Hey, Rachel Rogers here. I want to talk to you now about onboarding. Did you know that just taking the time to onboard your customers is likely to lead to a lot more client retention? Just having a process by which your potential clients become your actual clients is very likely to lead them to be your client long term, right? So this is a very important process, and I want to talk to you about how you can make contract a part of your onboarding process. So having an onboarding process is a great way for you to make your clients feel really welcome when they first become a client of yours. It's a great way to set the tone for the relationship and make it a really cozy, wonderful relationship with your client. So I'll tell you a little bit about my onboarding process, and maybe that'll highlight what kind of onboarding process you want to create for your clients and how the contract can be a part of that. So when I work with my clients, once they've decided that they want to work with us, we will send them an invoice, right? So we send the invoice off. We also send them an engagement agreement. So that's our contract. So we send those two things at the very same time. So as soon as they pay, we want our contract to be signed. And we use a company called HelloSign in order to have our contract signed electronically. So that way we make sure that our contract gets signed every single time and it's stored electronically instead of emailing them a contract that they then have to print and sign, and then they have to upload it or scan it back up to us. And that process winds up taking forever, and then you never get your contract signed and back, right? And if you don't have the signed contract, then you don't have clear terms that govern your relationship with your clients. You want to make sure you get that contract signed. So we send the contract, and then we also send them a welcome email that gives them all the details about how they can get started working with us. We have a special client portal, and so we set them up on the portal. We tell them all about how they'll be set up there. We tell them that we need the engagement agreement before we actually begin working with them. We let them know that there's an intake form for them to fill out and where they can find that. So we give them all the details they need to get started working with us, right? And so you want to tell your clients as much as you can about the beginning stages of working together. Now, our onboarding process, this is something that my operations manager, Tressa, takes care of for every new client. And it takes her about 15 minutes to get a new client onboarded. And we use templates for the emails. So there's no point in writing the same email over and over again, right? You can just use a template and customize it every time. So we have a template that we use that's easy to grab and customize for this particular client. The same thing with our contracts, right? You may be using the same exact contract every single time, or you may have to customize it just a smidge for your client. So you take, maybe 5 minutes to change the name of the client and, plug it in at the top, to maybe edit the deliverables that will be a part of the contract. And, maybe you change the choice of venue or a couple of small things. There's really not a lot that you're going to change. So you're really going to use the exact template that you're going to spend some time creating and customizing for your business. And then you'll send them that. And there's maybe a couple of things at the top that you're going to edit real quick. And that's it. You upload it to HelloSign and you send it off for them to sign, along with all of the other pieces of your onboarding process. So that's a little bit about my onboarding process. Having an onboarding process is likely to retain a lot more of your clients. There are studies that show this. So just having that process, even if it's not that good of a process, but just simply having one will differentiate you from the other freelancers that your client may be thinking about hiring. And that's one way for you to continue to get referrals. So that's my tip. And I hope that that it gives you everything you need to create your own customized, awesome onboarding process for your clients. All right, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.